The shelf between minutes. In the back corner of a small public library. One most people visited only to escape the heat. There was a shelf that did not appear on any map of the building. It stood between history and travel, though neither section ever remembered it belonged there. Ada found it on a Tuesday afternoon when the power went out and the fans fell silent. Wandering to pass the time, she noticed a narrow shelf no wider than her arm, holding a handful of thin books with plain covers. No titles, no author names, just dates written in careful ink on their spines. Curious, she pulled one free. The date was yesterday's. Inside, the book described her morning exactly as it had happened. The chipped mug, the too sweet tea, the moment she hesitated before leaving the house. But then the words changed. They described a conversation she hadn't had, a turn she hadn't taken, a choice she'd thought better of and left behind. Her pulse quickened. She checked another book. Tomorrow's date. Its pages were blank, except for the first line. This story is waiting. Ada returned every day after that. Some books held minutes, 5 or 6 pages at most. Others were thicker, heavy with years. She learned the shelf did not record what happened, but what almost did. Every nearly made decision, every unsent message, every door paused before. One evening, she found a book dated far in the past. It belonged to her mother. Ada read about a city never moved to, a friendship never broken, a life that would have unfolded differently if one afternoon hadn't gone the other way. The realization left her aching, but strangely calm. Loss, she understood, was not just what vanished, but what quietly stayed unreal. At the end of the shelf sat a single book with no date at all. When Ada opened it, she found only empty pages and a pen tied into the binding with string. The librarian appeared beside her then, as if summoned by the thought. "You can write," he said gently, "but only once." Ada hesitated. She thought of all the small moments she'd let slip, all the words she'd swallowed. Then she wrote not a grand change, not a rescue or miracle, but a single sentence. Tomorrow, she will choose without fear. The next day, the shelf was gone. But Ada found she no longer needed it. Time, after all, still offered its quiet. Pauses, those narrow spaces, between minutes where a life could turn, if someone was brave enough to let it.